Hello and welcome to All Talk No Dice, the worst excuse for a D&D show you can find online. We want to welcome you into this very special one-shot game that we have been planning for months, so we hope you enjoy all of the space pirate happenings of Ahoy from the Great Void. Now, the nebula slowly swirls and the flaming balls of rock glide across the vast expanse, creating dots of light that scatter all across the dark and lonely galaxy. Although it's not all so lonely, as all of you meandering drifters have spent the past few days with many ships docking at this one shuttle, new to most of you, the Concorde, ran by Captain Trull Banda, and the crew hands under the Watchers, a well-known pirate clan that has a foothold over plenty of coordinates throughout the universe. While the current year is 639 PD, post-divergence, you've all heard tales of the landwalkers of Westrom and Valda, all living their lives but so far behind and unaware as to the advances your kind have made on this quarter of the nebula. All of you have been sent to the Concorde as part of a planetary exploration mission, and have been confined to the very cramped and crowded crew quarters, small bunks of hardy metal construction as the walls of the shuttle glisten reflections across the polished silver whilst many arcane buttons continue to flash or stay dull. With one of the galaxy's burning hot suns beginning to just peek around multiple orbiting rocks and planets to shine into the hull of the shuttle, you all begin to stir and prepare for your first official meeting with Captain Banda and to be briefed on your mission. So, as all of you wake up, as the morning sun begins to shimmer brightly through any of the hull windows, is there anything anyone wants to do as soon as you wake up before you go to your meeting?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
I'm going to pop out Michelle.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Give me wings a good old stretch.
Yeah, all of you just start stretching, popping out of your appendages, and just wafting around. You all notice, as you do look around, you see a variable...
I don't really need to stretch.
No. You see a variable mix of different kin of half-orcs. You see Goliaths, you see Genasi. You see plenty of different ilk around you, all groggily just like waking up, and you hear the murmurs just all around you as a small cacophony of the morning air. But as you all finish stretching or just slipping out of bed, you begin to make your way through into the sort of main debriefing room. And as soon as all of you gather in, you see a couple of the other crew hands that you've been working around or been next to for a while, standing in the room just to know what's going on. But at the front of the room, almost on a small little step up, just a small little box of a pedestal, you see a very lithe Earth Genasi, who is dressed in very slimline, like royal blue coat, a small little bandana that is like crest across his stone-covered head, and you do see like a very pristine white and grey button-down shirt, and according the sort of royal blue trousers, basically a full suit. And as you all wander in, you see the captain with his hands in front of his waist. He just looks at all of you. Ah, it's nice to see all the fresh meat is finally waking up. As you meet his gaze constantly, as each one of you begin to wander in one after the other, you see his eyes just lock onto yours for a moment and follows.
I like seeing him follow my eyes.
Yeah, he just follows your form, whatever glob is there, and you see the captain just motion for all of you to sit down in the small steel chairs that have been provided.
Well, howdy, Captain.
Good morning.
These aren't very comfy.
They weren't designed to be.
Certainly not designed for birds.
Well, you are the 5 sardines that have been assigned to be flung out of the frying pan and into the fire. Look to either side of you. The creature next to you could be the difference between life and death. And at this point...
Sardines. Is that a water genasi joke?
We'll keep that between us. As you see a large grin, and you all begin to look around on either side of you. This is where I want everyone to introduce and describe themselves. So, let's start with Kaelin.
Awesome.
What does everyone else see when they look towards you?
When you see this absolute beast of a turtle.
Oh,
So-
how's he sitting on the seat?
So you see me kind of like on the edge. Yeah. You see me more sitting more. So my like the arsey part of himself is on the edge, and the shell is taking a lot of the weight. Like it's kind of keeping him up. So it's like that. Just holding it.
I'm imagining the steel chair kind of bending around the ship.
So Keelan's old at first glance, but he is quite an old turtle, as you all know. He's got no hair, but he's got dark, weathered green skin. But he's got a red bandage over his face that covers one of his eyes with a gash from one side to another. That you could assume that it's probably a battle scar. He doesn't wear obviously any armor. The only armor that he does wear is obviously his turtle shell. He's made some temporary kind of gauntlets to block some kind of attacks with his arms. Probably a bit because they're a bit more fleshy. But apart from that, they're just made out of wooden, and any bits and bobs that he's probably found, he's kind of like attached on. He's got a bit of protection on his underbelly, even though he probably walks a lot over head down and nailing it. On his person though, you see two little hand axes. You see an axe that's rusted in colour, but it doesn't look like it really belongs to him. Everything else seems to kind of belong to him. Like you could see, he would wear this. He would probably use that. But this looks a bit off. It's not his. It's probably either borrowed or given as a gift. But he's wearing a weathered blue shorts as well. He's not just complete nude. He's got some kind of stability with his life to a point. Doesn't wow all the ladies, but yeah, just chilling.
Awesome.
And he's got one hand on his axe, and the other hand's trying to keep himself steady on the chair.
Awesome. Okay. Aaron, would you like to describe yourself?
So he's quite tall. He's about 7 foot. Very slim. Very slim. Doesn't make any sound as he moves. Pristine white feathers. In terms of owl people, he looks fairly young. Again, like is it Caitlin? Very minimal armor, like leather patches around his wrists, like a leather belt across his chest. To hold he's got a long bow. He's got a quarterstaff, both attached to his back. Got a small hand axe, but it looks more like it's for the tool purposes rather than a weapon. Yeah, it's relatively unblemished in terms of battle scarred. Just a big puffy white owl man.
Pristine now.
Sitting one leg over the other, quite posh with his tail feathers swept out the side, having a bit of a weird lean on because owls aren't designed to sit in chairs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Finn, could you describe yourself for everyone?
Yeah, so Finn is about 6 foot tall, very slim, ripped to bits. He's got a bit of this going on. He's got baggy white trousers, like a leather sort of waistcoat, couple of bits of just like wooden, sort of like a wooden necklace, wooden bracelets. He'll be twirling a fairly gold-looking quarterstaff. Yeah, he's got like pretty much no hair. He's completely blue, but with yellow eyes. He's here for a good time, not a long time.
That's right.
App description. Awesome.
Tells us all we need to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be perfect with Gerald.
Oh yeah. So, speaking of Gerald, Error 404. Would you like to describe yourself?
So, coming in at a grand total of 4.5 foot tall, you have a metallic, sort of gnomish looking robot in terms of facial features. It's got, it seems to have a sort of a more circular head. Rather, someone has given him these metal, slightly more pointed ears and nose. It seems to, that is, for some reason, it seems to be slightly scowling, but of course, no proper facial expressions coming through. And the it's like a big pot belly, essentially, just a very round belly, shorter arms and legs. So you're imagining on the hands are fairly ordinary for what you would consider out of this, but then the feet are just little cups that go onto the sit onto the floor like normal there. Sort of a coppery sort of tinge all across him, and he's got 3 sets of pistons going across his shoulders onto there. He's currently carrying with him, though, a cane which is made out of one black tendril, but is too short for aiding walking.
I like it.
And that's
Awesome. Okay, finally, Redaxus. Would you like to describe yourself?
Well, hi. My name's Redaxus. Basically, you see like a sort of like a spacesuit, and it's got it's like black with orange pieces of armor. And you see the visor. That's also the same color as the orange pieces, but under closer inspection, it's not a visor. It's like a gelatinous liquid pretending to be a visor. That's it, really.
Okay. I love it.
Short and sweet.
So you all take that moment and you look on either side as Captain Bander urges you to know what kind of allies you'll be working with for this mission. And just after, like, some of you, you take a quick glance, others take a second glance and look a little bit longer.
Eric just raises his hand during it. Can I just request a different team?
No. This is the team that has come. And these are the ones you'll
I
be
just
working
go
with.
shoot some more asteroids?
When you get back, maybe. But this time, you are going out. You've had enough time on that console taking out any of the asteroids. You've had too much fun. Too many of my other crew hands have told me that you are a little too giddy on that thing.
Yes, Captain.
Well, ain't we the motley crew?
So, you've all had a good look around.
Well, you say Luke.
You've had a glance. Or something to that.
What's the
got
job,
no eyes.
Captain?
So, I'm pretty sure all of you are waiting to hear what the mission is.
Yeah.
So, on to
And
the
how much it pays.
payment we cover at the end.
Not my usual bag, but go on.
Onto the matter at hand. We shall be approaching KLH 0024-591 within the next 3 days.
Holy shit, ain't
That
that
place.
You will all have that free time to prepare yourselves. The planet itself has never been explored or traversed by any organization or creature to our knowledge.
I can imagine with those kind of numbers as its name.
Well, we have no idea what may be living there, or what may occur. However, your job, as the crew, is simple. Find the subterranean caverns or crevices, look across the walls and collect as much fordite as you can carry and make it back. Fordite is a powdered mushroom that grows out of the hard plasmas and organisms that create the breeding chambers of this planet, and all of the fordite along with it. If you are so interested in payment, as Finn, you see Captain Bander's eyes just lock onto yours, then how about we send you off for 35 platinum pieces upon return.
Ooh,
And
that's
when
not bad.
And when you return to your own shuttles and homes, whether that be within the nebula or on land, you will have a fair bit of change to take with you.
I do have a general question to DM.
Yes.
With it being this time, is that actually good or is it trash? Obviously, I know Platinum Pieces
I mean,
is high,
well, since
but
since the year is the current year of the main campaign, so 639 PD, 35 platinum is
Very
still an incredible amount of money. Bear in mind
Uh-huh.
that any landwalkers that you've heard of or that you know before you've sailed up into the galaxy, you know that the general lifetime of, let's say, a general farmer, they might earn 1 gold or 1 or 2 gold worth of money throughout their entire life's work.
Okay.
So-
Peasants.
Wow.
Peasant, absolute peasants. So yes, 35 platinum is still an incredible amount of money.
very nice.
So what would you all agree to that price?
Just knows.
I'm down for it.
Also, just a nod.
I'm good with the price. I'm interested in these mushrooms, though. We're talking a good time.
Well, from our studies, they have never been consumed.
Yet.
But if you are willing to be the guinea pig for that, then you are welcome to try, just as long as you gather enough of the fordite that collects on the top of those mushrooms for us.
Money and adventure's good enough for me.
Good. Now, does anybody have any questions before we continue on?
Not for me, Captain.
When do we leave?
Well, we will keep our journey for the next 2 or 3 days, and then I will get all of you gathered up again and into the all of the escape pods, and you will be flying down in that. The only reason we are not taking the Concorde down, there are a lot of asteroids that will plummet through, and all of you being smaller in your escape pods, there's a slightly unlikely chance that you will get it.
It's alright for me. I don't have bones.
Well, that's good then, but I'm sure all of your allies would prefer you to make it to the planet.
Definitely for those 35 platinum.
Well, as long as everybody's happy with what's going to happen, I will leave all of you to it, and we will embark in a couple of days. Understood?
Understood.
Good.
Nod.
The gelatinous nod.
And you see the captain just like
Face drops off, comes back.
Yeah.
You-
Just wobbles. Could be sadness, could be happiness, who knows?
You see the captain just raise his hand up and just move his finger slightly, and you see all 6 of the crew hands just begin to wander out first, just after the captain leaves, leaving you all in this room alone. If there's anything you want to discuss, or we can just head on through the next couple of days.
As the captain's walking out, does he have anything valuable that's visible?
Roll a perception check for me.
First roll of the night, best be good.
First of all, if it's not a 20, I'm disappointed.
It is.
You're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
Perception. 15 plus 6.
Okay, 21, yeah.
Go for it.
Very good. So you notice a couple rings across his fingers. You you notice a very, almost like a decorative sword. But you see this very ornate and pristine cutlass that is in a sheath with the curved blade getting wider until it gets to the tip, and the large handguard that goes around the handle. It's one of the more unique blades that you've seen. And
Yeah, as long as he pays me, I'm good. I'm just keeping my eyes out just in case, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But aside from that, you don't really see anything that's like intensely valuable. Does anyone want to do anything else right now?
Is there anything in the ship that we would have had like general interests? Like, do we know of any good places within this ship?
Well, a couple of you who have been on the Concorde a little bit longer than the rest would know some good places on the ship. So I think that would be definitely Era 404. And I think Redaxus, you've been on the Concorde for a little bit longer.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Era's going to, 1, conjure up an invisible mage hand.
Yep.
2, go invisible himself. And then 3, that mage hand is going to go out and pull Kaelin's chair to see if he falls backwards from there. Because he looks precarious based on that.
So you, as all of you look around after just thinking about where to go on the ship now, what to do, and looking at each other and just starting to get comfortable with the crew that you are now, you see the small auto gnome just move his hand slightly, just for a second, and then look to all of you before his vision just it just disappears.
If he's within 10 feet of me, I've got blind sense, so I know where he is.
I'd say as he gets closer to the chairs, or especially Kaelin's chair, you do sense a presence just next to that chair.
As long as he's not by my chair, I don't make.
Yeah, no, as you're kind of just behind Kaelin, or just off to the side and behind, you sense the little auto gnome is somewhere in front of you. But Arrow,
if my face could smirk, it would.
But Arrow, would you like to roll a strength check with your mage hand? Because remember, it is it's a thick turtle ass on that chair.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's an 18.
18.
What do I roll? Do I roll against it, or is it?
Do you? Okay.
I'll shove in your chair, essentially.
Disadvantage, probably, if you're not aware.
Well, he is invisible, but if my shell has been on my back all my life, if it gets removed, I'm probably going to be on my feet, but I'll probably wobble a lot.
Okay.
It's kind of rebalance myself.
Your character's name's Michelle.
Fuck yeah.
So, Kaelin, have you noted down your weight at all, or no, as a total? If
I
not,
haven't.
Okay, that's right. Doesn't make sense.
4
Just
tons.
wanted to
No, I haven't.
to get an idea.
But
But in that case, Kaelin, can you
3 tons.
Yeah. Can you roll a dexterity check with disadvantage, or dexterity save with disadvantage for me, so we can see how quickly your 3 tons can maneuver as your chair gets pulled out?
Non-natural 20.
Nice. Okay. All right. So, Kaelin, you kind of feel like just in the bottom of your shell, as even though it's rock solid, you have learned to like rock solid. You've learned over the years to like feel anything that, like, you know, any birds that may land on your shell when you're tucking in, or anything, things going on around you, and you do feel the chair just very briefly, just a little vibration. But at that point, the chair just gets pulled out from under you, and you feel your shell like just about to weigh you down, and almost like at a total limbo, you just press yourself back up,
I'm happy to say, as I starting to fall, you see me kind of like throw my consciousness. It looks like a consciousness. It's going to go, and you're going to see literally a duplicate of me. Then turn around, grab my own arm, and pull me back up.
Awesome.
I'm going to manifest an echo of myself.
Okay, yeah. So Era, as you pull the chair and it makes that loud creak and slide,
Extensive.
you see as the turtle is falling, and you see his hamstrings and his thighs just lock with all the muscle that it has, trying to keep himself up. And just at that point, you see a shadowy duplicate of the turtle just emerge from within him, turn around and quickly and just latch on, Beastmaster grip, and just pull him back up onto his feet.
Well, shit. I didn't see that coming.
Let's go, Raphael.
Meta. So, where's Splinter?
Kayla, is there anything you want to do just after your echo aids you in?
I will just try to look on who would have been behind me pulling my own chair.
You look straight away behind you, and you see Redaxus is just sat there with his arms crossed.
Howdy.
I'm going to point. I'm going to pull out my axe, point it at you. Don't you dare do that again.
I'd back away if I was you, son. Unless you want to get stabbed in the back as you sleep.
Give me 1 second.
Bear in mind as well, Finn and Aaron and Era, now still invisible. All you three are just watching this now, like confrontation between the large, thick turtle and the very slender spacesuit.
My echo is going to bonus action teleport behind him.
Okay.
And I'm going to go invisible and do one.
Okay. So Kellen, as you kind of like, as you're pointing your axe, Redaxus, just for that moment, you see like a dark shimmer in the turtle's eyes.
See you later.
Before his echo just vanishes from behind him, and you hear that behind you. And are you're going invisible now as well?
I certainly am.
Okay. Instantly, Kalen, just as you raise your axe and threaten him, and the echo just appears behind him, you just see the spacesuit.
You fucking shit.
and you'll just hear, like, from one side, you'll just hear, "That wasn't me, by the way." And then you'll hear from another side, "You best find out who it really was, you prick."
I'll put the axe away, and I'll just immense defeat of like, you got away this time.
Alright, while all that's going on, Era, Aaron, or Finn, is there anything you guys want to do or talk about?
As that all cracks off, I'm just going to let off a very quiet, low hoot.
So, just for everyone's pleasure, what does that hoot sound like?
Amazing.
Love it.
I'm going to nudge Aaron and offer him 50 gold pieces on the turtle.
He's still invisible actually at the moment.
Oh no, Aaron. Or was it Era?
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's they're pretty
Sorry.
close together.
Yeah.
They're pretty close together.
Yeah. So, yeah. Aaron,
In fact,
Finn.
that could play out, and I'll be like, we're going to have to give one of you guys a nickname. I'm just going to call you Owl Man.
I'll just hoot in response.
you just see that you see Aaron's eyes look to you, and then just a gentle.
Yeah. Big, like unsettling big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look away.
Just these huge anime girl eyes,
Yeah.
like chibi eyes,
Yeah.
just terrified to your soul.
Doesn't look like he's got much joking in him.
Era, is there anything you want to do in this moment, as you're still invisible and you've caused all of this mayhem off the gate?
So you're going to now see a chair. In fact, we'll go with Kayla's chair. Is now just going to stop being dragged around, and it's just going to curve back as you watch it, and then it's going to just quickly spin, and then you'll hear a clunk as I've sat down in between you both now, and I will drop the invisibility.
And
So, how are we all fighting then?
muted.
He is gone. Yeah.
Ah,
At that point, I'll go right by Kayleen and just like invisible, be visible
Yep.
again, basically.
Okay. So all of you.
And I'll just be like, I told you it wasn't me, kid. Even though you're old, but still.
put that in my ears on me.
all of you, just before that little snippet of dialogue happens, you're all deafened by seeing that chair just be dragged, and you hear that loud echoing in this steel box, pretty much, just a loud, and it just rattles in your heads, all before a quick little spin, and a heavy, like, metal on metal just clunk, before you see the visage of Error 404 just reappear in between Kaelin and, very soon after, the now visible Redaxus.
You has been here before.
I have some experience.
I'm new to this part of space.
I've not really been to space. I've been on a ship, but not in the sky.
This is not like any ship I've ever seen.
So it does speak.
Not only does it hoot, yeah.
I'll attempt to hoot.
Heat.
I'd love to see a turtle hoot.
Aaron, your eyes, just as you utter the very minimal words, you just hear from the turtle, you just hear
But still
Yeah.
kind of Scottish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hoot.
What are you hooting about?
I'll hoot back at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll nod.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to do for 3 days? I'm kind of look towards maybe Era or the two re-invisible people.
Why, I like to go
Uh,
shooting at the
is it-
asteroids.
Is there a bar anywhere, DM?
This guy's speaking my language.
there is a portion of the ship where there is not really a bar, but there is definitely a small cafeteria that does have different beverages.
Cafeteria?
Yeah.
Does it do alcohol though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's alright. Well, there's a little place where we can get some alcohol.
Nice.
Sounds good to me.
A very
3
little
days
place.
is a little short, but
You said something
Well, we
about
can always meet you.
asteroids. What are asteroids?
They like
Right.
bigger rocky.
Nice. Like the
Right.
ones under the sea.
I'd say a bit more like I don't know.
Right. I've had enough. I'm going to the bar. Anybody coming?
I'm gonna nod.
I genuine a little. I'm gonna go closer to Era 404.
Okay.
Tell me more about these asteroids.
And just as you ask Era that, Aaron, Finn, and Redaxus, all three of you, you're heading out to go to the cafeteria or the bar.
mm-hmm.
All right. So,
I certainly am.
all right. So I'll say, all of you begin to make your way down, and as you take the slow walk to look around some parts of the ship you may have not seen before. Various different small control rooms and other crew that pass you. You notice the uniform is this is that kind of royal blue, but a little bit darker, with different like shoulder patches and lapels that show rank to a degree. Not that you're entirely sure on what the ranking system is, but you get that the more shit they have on the shoulders and lapels, then probably more respected they are. But through I'd say, a small like 10-15 minute walk down multiple stairs and through different small little elevators with the self-closing doors that just... I'll say while you're heading down there and you get seated and get ready for to go and grab something to drink, Error 404 and Kaelin, as Kaelin, you ask Error, as the other three very comfortably and confidently just fuck off
Do one.
to go to go and get some liquid sustenance, leaving both of you in the conference room alone.
Why are they just be like, holy rock? And I'm going to cast Major Image. Sorry, not Major, Minor Illusion.
Yeah.
It is. Through the braces and conjure up like a basic sort of nubbly asteroid. Very boring, but they just sort of. And I'm just going to aim the staff at it and cast Eldritch Blast, and of course have the illusion disappear. But Eldritch Blast is just going to fire across and just hit probably into like the ceiling-ish in the top corner or something.
Yeah, just...
And it goes
Nice.
into all the bits.
Lovely. So, is there a real chance that we're going to die?
I'd say a very likely. You
Shit,
don't go visiting these spots.
no. I like moving slowly or fast. Either one or the other, not both. Are we going slowly?
My legs are little. They carry me very slowly.
Like, how slow?
Eric's just going to walk. He walks at 30 foot per second, so I suppose
That's
that's,
fine, that's
technically
fine, that's
average.
fine,
already.
yeah.
You see the teeny tiny little robotic gnomish legs as it has that waddle as the cups. You just hear like a...
Yeah.
Almost like that akin of a horseshoe hitting cobble, just without the rhythm.
That's fine.
And you do just hear that clippity clop just reverberate through the steel box of a room, just as his little shoulders just wobble from side to side.
That's fine. Using the axe as kind of like a help to walk, I'm going to walk to saying, "Good day. I thought I was going to be the one at the back." I'm going to be matching your speed of 30 feet. I was worried that I was going to be the slowpoke that holding everyone back, but I'm happy then. I'll be able to be with someone. So, you going to have a drink with us? Assuming you know where we're going.
I can lead you. I do not drink though. I suppose. I cannot drink.
I'll find you something.
And you begin to mosey on through the door.
You could oil my joints.
I'll find something, little man.
I will let myself be shimmied out. And
Okay. A couple of times your legs aren't quick enough with the shimmy, and you do just hear like a slight as the metal cups just grind against the solid metal floor. But you do make it down. Before Kaelin and Error make their way down to the rest of you, all three of you find the cafeteria. Finn, Aaron, and Redaxus. You all find the large cafeteria. You see multiple crew just sitting down. You do see a couple of small, like, brown bottles, and you see different bottles laid out on the tables and some tankards. You kind of sense it's more like a family style. Just grab what you want. There's no real like order and wait for it to be served. you see around the edges there are plenty of bright silver solid boxy machines with different coloured buttons on them that are gently lit, and these lights, albeit this is a fairly well lit room, you do notice just off on the sides where it does get a little bit darker, you see all of these lights just shimmering and blinking at you. A little bit off-putting for those who haven't been on this kind of ship before, but they are labelled individually for different, basically food vending machines for whatever kind of meals you would like, or snacks or anything. But a lot of the drinks and bottles of things are all laid out on various tables.
Well, I'll just go straight up to the bar area, and I'll just pick up a brown bottle of liquor, if that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, you just go and grab whatever brown bottle is at first reach, and you just pick it up and take it over to the table. What are
I'll just start pouring for all three of us.
Okay. As Redaxus begins to pour into these small little like metal, I'd say almost like flask tops, like the lids. These little like glasses and these little cups, they're made completely out of metal. As he pours, you notice the brown bottle makes it look like a darker liquid, but as he pours, it is a luminescent neon yellow that is glowing itself as the liquid enters your cups.
Okay, I'm going to shot all three. And then wander off.
So just as Redaxus, you finish pouring, and Aaron, as you're about to reach for your drink, Finn just
as I'm pouring the second one, he's already like...
Yeah, he's just throwing one back. As soon as you're done, yeah, Finn just grabs, and launches back.
I'm going to have me, while this is going on, my head's like 180 degrees facing the other way.
Yeah.
Watching someone eat some fruit, some berries. And I'm going to turn my head still the same way, all the way back to 360, and look at Redaxus and say, where can I get fruit?
Well, go get some. I'm not your mum.
Okay. After that, then, I'm going to spring my head all the way back, walk over to the table with the guy eating some fruit, and peck up a lot of his fruit very quickly.
You see this fully grown ogre that stands, like, even sitting is about
first battle
is about 7.5 feet tall, sitting. Just a large frame, just hulking and hunched over this, compared to him, small teeny table, but this plethora of like a fruit buffet and berries and different vegetables and fruit that you've never really seen before. Different bright colours and dull colours, or like a dull skin on a fruit before you see his like hand, like his fingers just like pop it open, and it's like this extremely bright orange compared to the dull like black and purple exterior. And as you go over and you see like just the large underbite as the fangs and the tusks like stick out, and he just like moves his huge head like to look up at you.
Hungry.
So, what a guy. Dren is gonna get in. I put a gold on.
I'm gonna look down at his fruit. I'm gonna look at him and his big, massive underbite, and then look back at the fruit again, and then go, and then look back at him again.
My gold's on the big guy.
And just as Aaron, you hear that small chatter from your original table, just before you see the huge hulking ogre.
Friends now.
Okay.
Hungry.
And he just like starts moving plates towards your side of the table, and like still hunkering, like you can tell he's got his favorites as he just like keeps some plates to himself, but you do see him begin to pick fruit. Bear in mind, some of these fruits are as big as your head, but he just pinches it with his fingers about that close, just grabbing different fruit and putting it on a plate for you.
Well, shit.
I'm gonna reach out my hands and I'm gonna cast Good Berry,
Okay.
and I'm gonna give him a handful of berries in return.
Okay, as you conjure up and just like almost trace a finger across your hands, and before you know it, a few good berries just pop into existence before you hand them over, and you reach your hand over, and as you reach your hand over, you get the size difference, and he is so immense. As you tip the berries into his hand, what were filling up your hand are probably like about the size of maybe the pad of his pinky finger resting on his palm. So he is huge.
Does it say how many berries I get, or is that up to your discretion?
You get 10. You get 10. I think it says 10, and I only know that because Kaelin usually plays a druid and is always on with the good berries. So
Can
yeah,
I just
10.
drop him half then and retain some of these
Yeah, sure,
berries?
absolutely. Yeah, it's up to
Keeps
10.
its magical essence for 24 hours, and 1 fills your stomach up for a day.
Oh, in that case then, can I just give him 1 berry?
And you pinch one out and put it in his already massive hand.
Yeah.
He takes the rest up. I'll be needing those.
So fuck you. Also, you gain 1 HP per berry you eat.
Sweet.
Is this a joke?
I'll reply by
We're back on.
taking 1 berry myself and eating it in front of him.
And you see his like huge tongue just down onto his hand, and the berry's gone.
I'm still hungry. You're my new best friend. Eat with me.
And he just began. He picks up 1 plate with like a huge mound of different fruit, and he just tips into his massive mouth, and it just goes like you don't see any chewing. It just down and keeps going with the plates. As you are mesmerized by the eating power of this ogre, all of you, after Redaxus and Finn, after your bet is now null and void, you hear the clinking and shuffling of a Tordal and Autognome finally make their way down the stairs and into the cafeteria with you.
Well, shit. Here comes Echo Shell himself.
I'm going to go ahead and sit down and eat with this ogre.
Okay. You just pull a small chair and you sit down, and he dwarfs you completely, but you're too busy just pecking over and over down at the table to actually pay too much attention to his. Just you hear that noise of constantly, but aside from that, you do just start enjoying some very delicious juicy fruit that they're incredible. Like compared to the fruit you're used to eating, these are far above and beyond anything that tastes like that. It's really, really good.
Sweet.
But Era and Kaelin, you both make your way into the canteen. Seeing all of this happening, what would you like to do?
Let's have a drink up.
It's over here,
Amazing, mate.
if you say so.
I'll just look at his round bottle. Oh, I wouldn't need that. Where's there's more?
It's all right. I wasn't giving you this bottle.
Where
There's
did you
more.
find that?
Right fucking behind me.
Awesome. I'm gonna start moving.
You-
I'm just gonna search for anything that looks like it could look like a rummish bottle.
Okay.
That's something I would drink.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Redaxis just looks in disbelief that I can't use his eyes. Even though I haven't got eyes.
First one.
First one.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay, fuck it. What's the total on that?
23 with investigation.
23. Okay. You search around, you look, you find a couple like bottom shelf rums, but you find a very dusty, ornate bottle that is completely opaque, and you can't see the liquid in. You pick it up and you can feel it's full.
Yeah.
And you see an almost scratched off label that just says lava plasma across it.
That one's gonna hurt down your gullet, boy.
It's not for me. It's for him.
And you just
gonna pull off the top. It's a fucking glass. Give me one moment. I'm gonna search for a glass that might fit something of this. I might give it a quick whiff and see if I can guess what kind of glass I might need.
You smell, and have you ever smelled absinthe?
I have.
Okay, so that sharp aniseed, that heat behind
yeah.
it, take away more of the aniseed and add more heat. Like it is like smelling a ghost pepper infused absinthe almost.
I'm gonna pull out one of the like a mixing glass, but you know the metal glass part instead of having a glass. It's just gonna be one of them. I'm gonna think heat and something that could take heat. Okay, it's gonna be good. I'll see if there's any. I'll take a bit of this. And a bit of that. Let's chuck it all in the glass. That should do. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put my hand over the top and shake it there.
Yeah.
Here you go.
And just with a large
and then
slam.
I'm gonna grab the bottle and then drink just from the bottle.
Okay.
But that one is for Era.
Okay, so you take a big swig out of the bottle of lava plasma, and it burns. It is that unsettling, like chilly burn that kicks you so hard that you're breathless, and it only keeps getting worse over time.
You'll probably ever so often just see my mouth opening slightly wider and wider and wider during the time. Just trying to get some more air in.
But Era,
don't say I didn't tell you.
The metal shaking tin is just slammed in front of you, just and you look, and it's now just like this purple amalgamation of liquid.
Get that down, yeah.
Okay. He's just going to tip it, and it will go through the sort of mouth opening that's sort of there, but then you will just see it sort of, some of it just comes out the shoulders, but just onto like where the armpits are. Some of it's just going to leak out the legs and everywhere. He's just going to go straight through him.
So you see Era just grab it, and you just watch him pour, and it's just like one solid pour. There's no gulping, there's no pausing, and you just begin to see, just through the creaks of his body, you just see like little streams just out onto the ground around him, and it just, in a matter of moments, it just creates a puddle of that alcohol just around his feet.
We seen got stuff there. Trying to like grab my tongue, but not grab it.
Well, fuck.
Oh,
I
wait.
thought I saw everything.
But I don't see what you worry about. It tastes fine to me.
And just at that moment, you see that large ogre and a couple of the other crew hands just straight away, just like push their seats away and stand up and look towards the doorway.
I'm gonna look that way then.
And you see Captain Banda has come in. Again, not really to eat anything. You just see him like look around, and you see that sly grin across his face, like proud of the position he's at, and that he commands so much respect from everyone standing up.
Yeah.
But then,
I'm going to swipe the bottle from Redaxus while everyone's looking.
Okay, so roll a sleight of hand check for me, Finn. And Redaxus, what's your passive perception?
1,000,000.
4.
It's 16.
Okay. Finn, what did you roll?
12.
12, okay. Redaxus, you notice the bottle like quickly get swiped, but
You'll just see like a pseudopod thing just come out of out of my side somewhere and just grab it.
Yeah, you see the
Like an
small
extra limb.
You see the small tentacle
Ew.
just.
I'm just gonna look disgusted at it, and then let the bottle go.
Yeah.
Not worth my time. Crazy.
You hear the captain. I'm glad all of you are enjoying yourselves and finding comfort. We have just received a new fuel line, just as, and you let go, Finn, and you see the tendril just with the bottle.
Oh,
Just
the
goes
bottle's
within.
going inside it.
Yeah, just like gets absorbed in, and then you see
And then-
the space suit just like close off.
Oh,
And then you'll just see it come out of my face bit back into my hand.
You see the bottle.
see all
Yo.
the liquid still in.
Yeah.
And the bottle.
And just at that
Sorry
point,
about that, Captain.
I'm more than happy to see everyone enjoying themselves. I just want to know, we have, let all of you know, we have repaired the main fuel line, so our journey has exceeded, and we will no longer be there in 3 days, but we will be there in 1. So, enjoy yourselves the rest of the evening, and be ready for the morning as we will set you all off to collect Fordite. All of you understood?
Understood, Captain.
Yeah.
Good.
Boots.
And you see him just walk away, and instantly the ogre just,
My legs are tired.
and he slams down on the chair and begins throwing food back. I will say, just for the in the interest of time, is there anything anyone wants to majorly do, or anything you want to prepare for throughout the rest of the evening? We're kind of doing like a smaller, like fast travel-y thing. But
Montage.
near enough a montage. So, is there anything any of you would like to take any time to do, whether it's with your own equipment, whether it's like a little personal thing, or nothing at all, and that's completely fine, and we can move on to the next day.
No, I'll just drink a lot and go
Yeah.
sleep.
Okay.
Get out my spacesuit. Just
Yeah. All of you in that sense. If you do make it to the crew quarters, as Redaxus is drunkenly making his way up, as soon as he gets next to his bed, you see the spacesuit just kind of like, not really tear open, but gently just grow slightly wider at the chest and stomach. As out of the face portion, you see just a blob of gelatinous plasmoid just leaving the spacesuit just like dull and standing there in place.
Nice.
I'm not taking bottom bone under him.
But is there anything anyone wants to do,
it's the
or
only space left.
or are you all just looking to drink, eat, and get a good night in?
And blob
I'm
out.
happy
Yeah.
to
And
get
blob
a
out.
good night in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just make a note that
I
I
can't
find-
park in a cafeteria.
the most. I don't sleep on the bed. I'll find something that's sort of cylindrical
Mhm.
to stand on with one leg
Okay.
and fold the
So
other
you're
leg.
saying
yeah.
pitching?
Yeah, I'm perching for the night.
Brilliant.
Alright, that's awesome.
I'll perch on the end of Redaxus's bed. Since
Yeah,
I
just
imagine there's a lot
just
of space.
Oh yeah, plenty. I mean, well, the weird thing is when you can tell there's any kind of snoring going on, that there's really proper snoring, you see the blob just expand out the entirety, just like a flat layer against the bed before it just like collects again between the snores. Error or Kaelin, is there anything you guys want to do before? Or is it just
Sleep-wise,
blob
I
out?
am just going to find a good, suitable place and refer back into my shell.
Okay. Alright, so...
I'm just going to go bed.
Okay, so as you all enjoy an evening of drinks, food, and Redaxus, you seem like you wanted to say something.
No.
No? Okay.
No, I'm asleep, mate. I'm
Yeah.
asleep.
Still,
blobbing out.
Yeah, just as all of you enjoy the evening and the night of drinks, food, you get to know each other a bit more, and Redaxus begins to blob out. Finn you unfortunately have to take the bunk below Redaxus.
Of course.
Yeah.
The slime just sort of comes down as it expands and go up.
Yeah, just like around the side, you just see just like an overhang of just begin to like hang over before it back again.
I'm gonna slap at it a bit and then roll the lime in front.
Yeah, it just there's nothing to it really.
Like
Do you mind down there? I'm trying to sleep here.
Rejuvenates just the face, just to talk.
Yeah.
Goes back into.
Yeah, and on the bit that's hanging, you just see a face come out like a face shape, just like, do you mind?
That's so gross.
I'll just look
thank you.
dumbfounded and be like, and then just roll over.
Yeah.
Face in the pillow.
Yeah. And all of you try to get the best night's sleep you can as Aaron perches on one leg just at the foot of Redaxus's bunk. Error powers down. Kaelin just recedes into his shell. You all do find a very nice sleep, and very quickly the morning comes after a long rest is completed. And very quickly, as you wake up, you see all the other crew hands are not there, and the only last two that are walking out are in a rush. You just see them across, and you hear a lot of chatter through the rest of the rooms throughout the ship that are collecting in your crew chambers. You all rise up and get your equipment ready, and you shuffle off, and you just blob back into the spacesuit, out of your shell, and you finish perching, and you all continue on through, following the shuffle and the hustle and bustle through the ship. You just hear like a excited, eager chatter between a lot of the crew that pass each other and just getting things done. You see metal crates are being moved. You see some of the a couple of the pilots are looking down in small little control boxes just along the walls and making sure that certain lights are off and certain lights are on. And as you make it to the main chamber of the ship where the escape pods are set, you see Captain Banda is standing there waiting patiently for all of you.
Right then, Captain. Shall we get the show on the fucking road?
Of course. Now everyone remembers what you're looking for.
Yeah, some kind of fucking mushrooms.
Now you will find them in underground crevices or caverns. We usually just preface them as the planet's multiple wombs, as some of them do contain some breathing chambers. But just a little heads up, just in case you find certain things. But if all of you can find yourself one escape pod per person, please, we don't need any sharing because the weight is already exceeding. You all climb in and we are mission ready.
I'm already there, Captain. And I'll just go in.
I'm going to question breeding chambers.
Well, it's just a theory, really. There are plenty of creatures that are on unexplored planets, and I assume most of them don't want to just leave all of their eggs out in the open.
I've already pressed the escape button. I'm gone.
as you press it, you just hear like a dull every time you press it, as the doors still stay open.
Okay.
Oh, god damn it. Captain.
You shall wait until everyone is ready.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But yes, if you do find anything untoward, well, good luck. There's a good chance that it may not be hostile, it may be hostile. There might not even be any kind of breeding chamber or womb there, so it is just in the event of.
And you said about breathing spaces.
Yes.
Will we have to hold our breaths?
So, in the planet orbit that you will be entering, there is fresh air that you can breathe. Also, the The gravity we have reported is accustomed to changing sometimes. So,
That's fine by me. I don't have no bones.
Stop. What?
So, that is pretty much most of what we've learned about Cal 9. So, good luck. If you can feel... and he reaches over to one of the crew hands and just grabs like 5 different bags out. And they are pretty much like just like leather hide bags, but they are reinforced with like 2 metal rings, one on the bottom, one on the top.
Yeah.
These can fold out and fill up to the brim if you can. So you take all of those. And any last questions, or are we good to go? Because the pilots are ready to make a move.
I'm just spinning a dagger. I hope there's something down there I can kill.
Do you have any health potions? I seem to have forgotten mine.
Have you checked your shell?
Give me one moment. Yes, I have forgotten mine.
Fine. You, boy, go grab some potions. And you see one of the Kurans quickly run off and re-emerge with a small tray. Okay, so if any of you needs them, here are 2 potions of greater healing each. So just take them. All of you have 2 each. Do with them what you will. I don't really care. We have thousands of them. So, is everyone all good to go?
I'm going to hold up one of the bags. I'm going to say, so just how much is a bag this size of the mushrooms worth?
Priceless. Until we are able to assess what kind of properties the Fordite has.
Okay.
Is everyone ready to go?
What's another bag?
I'm still pressing the button, trying to go.
All through this, you hear a constant.
It's with me pseudopod hand.
Yeah. And as all of you climb into these escape pods, and you notice they are pretty much below the floor as you kind of step down into them, and this almost like imagining like in a fancy race car, you have those bucket seats. You kind of sit down and just kind of like get like sucked into the chair as it's like angled slightly up as you're looking up, and as all of you are ready and you tuck in and you belt up, you just hear the captain say, "I'm sure not many of you will die. Good luck." As you hear an alarm just... and all of the doors just close.
Thank God.
And at the point, all of you see that red dull light just flicker to a green light.
I'm gonna prep myself.
Nice.
And you just prep and huddle. And as all of you kind of center down, you just hear like a slight... and you start feeling the shuttle around you just shake. You feel like an earthquake is around you and you are the center of it, as you just feel your entire form just quake before you feel like a weird pull up.
Yeah, I'm in the thing. Am I? I'm being pulled from my suit.
Yeah, and you see, and your plasmoid blob just begins to be pulled out of the face of the spacesuit, as all of you hear the rumble, and all of your escape pods fire out. And after a few moments of the shaking, it begins to get more gentle and easier, and you relax for a moment.
I go back into my suit.
All before a few moments later, you hear a small voice that comes on from the machine. "Ground approaching. Ready to land." As you feel that shaking again as you enter the orbit of the planet, and it shakes and quakes, all before you feel that gravity shift pull in your stomachs. Even if you haven't got one, your stomachs just begin to twist and turn as you feel that sickness and just that nausea kick in as the shaking slows down before you feel like you're floating. And all of you feel your butts touch ground before. And you hear landing complete as all of your doors open up, and immediately you see the vast expanse of the previously unexplored planet, barren of anything, of any life, of this grey, murky purple texture to the ground, knowing that you're in search of one of the small caverns that reside in it, and whatever may be within it. And right there, we are going to go and take a quick break, just for a little while. To everyone watching, we hope you've enjoyed it so far. We've had a blast, and I hope we have. I think we have. I've had a fucking blast.
Great.
But yeah, we're going to go take a quick break to it's a bit mediocre. We're going to go take a quick break to go to the bathroom. We'll get some snackies or do whatever. So if you need to, please do the same, and we will see you back in just a short while. Okay, and welcome back. As we come back into the game, all of the crew have finally landed on the previously unexplored planet, subtitled KLH0024-591. And your main mission is to find one of the underground caverns and collect as much fordite, this material that gathers over the mushrooms across the walls and the floor, to collect for Captain Bandit and the Wanderers of the Concord. Just as all of you find your escape pod doors open, just with that very, very satisfying slide open as the weird air hits you. It's thicker than the air you used to breathe in, but it's easily adaptable. So after that, those first couple of breaths of it's a little harder to breathe, you kind of fall into that rhythm of breathing in. But you do see the vast expanse of the landscape as just this grey, dark purple and black, just etched and scratched and bumpy, and just a complete wasteland of a planet. But you all do step out of your escape pods and you breathe in air and you begin to look around. Is there anything anyone wants to do as soon as you get out, or
Are we relatively close?
you've all landed fairly close, like each escape pod probably in about 20 feet of each other?
I'm going to spring out of my pod and attempt to fly straight up into the air.
Okay, you leap out, your wings out, and you begin to flap as you jump, and you begin to fly into the air.
So I'm going to sort of scout and, stay in the general vicinity, but I'm going to have a look for some caverns.
Okay, roll a perception check for me, please. I'll say because of the eagle eye view or the owl eye view, roll with advantage for me.
Okay, so that's 2 and pick the highest one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, nat 20 on the first one.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, what's? I mean, do you want to see if you can get another natural 20 on the second? Just for fuck it.
Fuck it, why not?
Yes.
Did you really?
What? Yeah, I mean, I could try and show you guys.
It's okay, we'll believe you. But fucking A. Okay, so you are the luckiest fuck in this game now.
I don't know.
The
if you-
blessed.
It's just
Okay,
rolls
yeah.
But we'll take it.
Okay, so
and I have +8 on the perception.
shit.
Oh,
Okay, so
nice.
total is 28.
He sees everything.
Yeah, you see through the core of the planet.
Yeah.
You see nothing,
LiDAR.
because you see everything.
So with a 28, Aaron, as you begin to coast around and get like as best of a full layout as you can, it is pretty barren, but you do see these small little divots every few miles around you, and you do coast just a little bit and just camber a little bit closer to the ground, just as you go over one of these small divots. And from the top down, you'd pretty much see nothing. But as you camber around at an angle, you see that this divot goes in, and it is a full, sort of almost like hand dug out cavern tunnel that goes straight down into the planet. And and you see the closest one is probably only about 2 miles away from where your escape pods landed.
Okay, I'll sort of I'll let out a huge bird-like shriek, and then I'll come and land back down with the party.
Okay, and just because I want to see it, what does that shriek sound like?
I can't nearly
Okay.
do it as
There's-
majestic
okay.
as I'm imagining.
Yeah,
it.
no, I mean, all I can't do the shrieks either, but yeah, so all of you hear this more majestic sounding
Yeah, majestic.
yeah, it was terrifying but majestic. As Aaron begins to coast back down, and as you curl in your wings, and you find yourself standing again next to the party, all of you gather around Aaron.
And as everyone gathers, I'll just be like, well, I'm just going to cast a little thing. It's going to allow us to communicate. And I'll just cast Psionic Whispers.
Okay.
What does that
So,
do?
would you like to tell everyone what that does?
Yeah, as soon as I see.
As soon as I read it again.
Whilst he quickly reads, first thing Era does when he gets out of the pod is I claim this in the name of the Concord, and he's going to use Eldritch Blast to try and make scorch marks into the ground. And he's just going to blast a happy face into it.
Yeah. you see as Era lands and he claims the planet on behalf of the Concord, you see his hands just and launching Eldritch Blast after Eldritch Blast, creating this fairly sizable little happy face, just 2 lines for eyes and a nice big smile.
Basically, Psionic Whispers is a 2-way telepathy thing on 5 creatures within reach. I have to roll a d10. 8. So that'll last for 8 hours.
Okay.
And it's a range of 1 mile.
All right,
So we can only communicate. So, like, I can only communicate with Redaxus, but not the rest of the guys.
No,
It's all of us.
So all of you can communicate with each other telepathically for up to a mile range.
In that case, I'll tell the guys then the 2 miles, whatever direction, compass direction, that I saw an opening.
I mean, we can talk for now, like,
Yeah.
or telepathy. It's
Yeah.
your choice.
Telepathy. My guy's kind of
yeah.
a bit stoic and solemn.
This isn't like a reading minds thing, is it? Because no one wants to see what's going on.
No, it's just a telepathy.
Well, maybe just a little.
Radio almost.
If we hit
This guy knows.
You say there's some caves. Shall we go have a look and find those fucking mushrooms?
Yeah, I'll nod.
All right.
Even with the telepathic ability, you see everyone still just nod silently, just stoically.
Right. Let's go, Hoop Master.
And I'll use that as a chance to take off again.
Okay, so everyone just and launches up into the air. I'd say probably about 40, 50 feet up in the air, so everyone can see you. You're not too far away, but all of you can see where he's going, and you begin to walk.
As he sets off, I want to just go, whoa, and then try and grab onto one of your feet.
Okay.
So I can also get flown.
Finn, roll a dexterity check for me, please. And Aaron, are you okay with this happening, or do you want to not have it happen?
Yeah, I mean, typically when you go near a bird, they tend to fly away, so
Yeah.
I guess my reaction would be to not get grabbed.
Okay, so I'll say, Finn, that dex check, and then Aaron, can you roll a acrobatics check for me? So, Finn, what did you roll for the dex?
Oh,
18.
I
Nice.
rolled a nat 1.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh,
What's
nice.
the total for that one?
11.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Try that on lower level characters. That one never gets you an 11.
yeah, no,
But yeah, so
above an average.
everyone, as you begin to fly up, and Finn, you just quickly run up and leap and just grab on to one of his legs. And everyone, you feel the extra weight just kind of pull slightly before you try and shake him off. But you can see that Finn is just latched on, just with a big smile on his face.
Come on, I'm not walking.
Am I strong enough to? Am I strong enough
You
to
are
fly?
at this point. You'd have to move half speed though. So your
Okay.
flight speed, whatever that is, that's what 60 feet around. I think flight speed.
I think my flight speed's equal to my walking speed, so 30 feet.
Okay, so you're going to be moving at half speed, so 15 feet per round, just as you're coasting over, which is, in all fairness, slow enough that the other guys can keep up, but you can still lead the way.
I can go at 40 anyway.
Yeah.
I'll start moving stealthily towards the cave distance.
Okay, so
Yeah,
after about 3/4 of a mile, just barely about to get to the cave opening, Aaron, you come down and you land. Finn, that
The whole time I was like, what?
it was the best experience flying without trying to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That it definitely was an experience you're not going to forget.
Yeah.
But you land with the rest of your party. You all come up to the the fairly large entrance. The best way I can describe the opening is because it goes down at like a diagonal angle. You notice the size of it is that almost of a imagine like some of the asteroids that you'll see where they are about the size of a building.
Yep.
You notice that this opening is about as big as that. It is just colossal. The opening itself, as you begin to descend, is easily like the walkway is about 80 feet from one side to another.
Oh, wow.
Redaxis, you
I'd
said
like
you
to be
wanted
invisible during this, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Arrow, you just go invisible. Redaxis, you said you want to go stealthy, so please roll a stealth check for me. If anyone wants to join the stealth check, let me know. If you want to
Yeah,
creep
I'll join
around, okay.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
If if we decided as a group to go
Yeah.
stuff, we all happen to.
Okay, well, everyone roll stealth checks for me.
I was kind of just going to swag on forwards.
Yeah, that's completely
Very
fine.
little regard.
I'm gonna fall over a few times.
11 plus 15, 20, 26.
26, nice, okay.
I've got 27.
Nice. Fuck you,
24.
Rogue.
I thought mine was high,
24,
but
nice. And Kaelin,
I'm fat and slow.
Yeah.
We're all an 8.
nice. And
Womp womp.
Finn is just happily swaggering on, just down the cave system, as all of you kind of try at best to try and get low and begin to creep. You notice that as Kaelin gets down to try and creep, you just sometimes hear his shell scrape across the hard stone floor over the pathway before you kind of like get up and start walking with Finn.
I'll use telepathy and just be like, God damn it with that shell of yours.
Judge me.
And you all begin to descend down, and you must descend easily, at least any sense of distance. You must, by the time you get to where the ground levels off, you feel it's about 100, 120 feet down that you've gone.
Yeah.
It's a good couple minute walk. But as most of you creep, while Kaelin admits defeating with stealth and just walks next to the very confident, just swaggering on Finn, you all do find a opening in the cavern, and you find immediately this dimly lit open cavern. You see some of the floor is completely caved into blackness. You see hard stone walls, natural stones that are formed. You have stalagmites and stalactites hanging down and springing up from the ground. You look across and you do see a very faint cyan blue glow from some portions of the walls where you notice the actual mushrooms are sprouting. The one thing you do notice though is just at the far back you see this humanoid-like figure sitting on top of this colossal rock, this solid boulder at the back, where it's just stationary and still. And
At that point, I will go invisible.
okay, you just disappear out of vision. What are the rest of you doing right now? As you see that this figure has its back to you and is sitting cross-legged on top of this huge boulder, and this boulder itself is easily 50 feet around.
I am going to manifest an echo.
Okay. You see Caleb.
If there's any shadier places, I might just put it onto the side, but it's going to be able to go within 15 feet of me.
Okay, yeah, just by the side of the opening, you see where the light really is coming from these mushrooms, so it's very dimly lit, but it's still visible. But you do just usher your echo into, your echo just moves into one of those shaded places.
And as soon as I go invisible, I will use telepathy to let everybody know. I'll just be like, try pick up some mushrooms. I'm going to see who this jack-off is. And I'll try, and I'll try get a little bit closer, see what kind of person it is, or
Okay.
I'm gonna try and flank
Back in.
Redaxus.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can't see me.
oh, okay. In that case, I'm just gonna try and swoop up onto a stalagmite to try and get a good view.
Okay.
I do have silent flight.
Nice. Okay.
And I've got 120 feet dark vision.
Okay. So you silently out of that creep just fly up, and you latch onto one of the stalactites that are hanging down. Roll a perception check for me, Aaron, and also Redaxus. Roll a perception check for me.
100.
If my echo is close to any mushrooms, I'll want it to, while we are in close proximity of us, I'm going to try and get some.
Yeah.
15 plus 6.
Okay, 21.
7 plus 8.
All right. So, Aaron, you notice this humanoid figure that's sitting down with the back to you. You notice that it's not really moving all too much. Just stationary, just staring into like one of the back walls on top of this boulder. Human-esque features that you can tell from the back of the head. But not much more from your vantage point. Redaxus, as you get a little closer, you see that humanoid figure sitting down. You see a grey, pale grey skin, almost like charred and ash. You see a very slim face with the cheeks just sunken in and the eye sockets themselves sunken into the skull. You don't see any eyes in the sockets, but you see just this. You see the skin and bald head and very dry, chapped and vacant lips. Just staring.
I'll say using telepathy. Shit, this bitch has got no eyes like me. And I'll try get round the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
If I can.
Yeah, very, very easily done. When you say the back of it, are you... Because the boulder is 50... like, the top of it is 50 feet up.
Oh, is he on a ledge? Or...
He's sitting on this large boulder.
Well, I'm going to have distance. I'm not getting right behind him just yet.
Yeah, you can get around, like, the back of him.
Yeah. Just waiting to see what happens with the rest of the party.
I'd like to use it tough here. I've got you covered, and I'd like to prepare Wall of Light to be cast. If the creature is going to either look hostile or is going to attack, essentially.
Okay, I like it. Is there anything else anyone wants to do to prepare? Or...
I might knock an arrow.
Okay, yeah.
In the direction of this sitting fella.
Okay.
I'll just prepare a bonus action and sort of gather energy to do a psychic knife thing.
Okay. Awesome.
Psionic knife.
And Finn?
I'm gonna drop a little stone into my sling and also very surreptitiously step behind Kaelin.
Okay. Alright. At that point, as all of you kind of just preparing a little bit far, a little bit closer
a living shield.
And Kaelin and Redaxus and all of you, you notice no movement, no sound. Until you hear very faint, just a tear of natural plant life as Kaelin, your echo, pulls one mushroom up. And immediately, you all see the sitting man, without moving, his body just turns to all of you, and the eyes, the black, jet black obsidian eyes, just begin to glow red and white. No, they're mine.
I immediately cast it.
And I want everyone to roll initiative for me.
What do you add to area?
18 from me.
All right, hold on, Matt. Let me count it down.
Oh, yeah.
no! Fuck's sake.
Okay, everyone roll.
Yeah.
All right, 25 to 20.
25.
Fucking A. All right,
Nice.
error. 20 to 15.
16.
Oh, yeah, 18.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh.
Redaxus, then Finn. 15 to 10.
13.
Everyone. And Kaylin, what did you get?
I rolled a
1.
I actually got a 2.
Nice. Okay.
So, yeah. But with a plus
Love it.
5 to initiative, 7 total.
All right. What is 9?
Oh, music.
Oh,
You
it's
know, it's
back
cracking
music, it's
on.
getting me pumped.
Let's see with you. Okay. All right. Okay, awesome. So I'll swap us over to the battle map.
Yep.
Oh, wow, I didn't see this before.
Oh, it's so new and magical. Okay, so if you want to move your guys down to about this area, this is where you're pretty much at as you've come in. Now, you're welcome, obviously, with access, you are closer. And you can put,
Whereabouts would you say that would be?
if you wanted to, you could be about here or so, because you did get closer.
I'm just going to draw a circle to where my echo is.
Yes, okay. And just at that point, just as that screech just reverberates everywhere, you see the big boulder begin to shake and shift, and the rock begins to just crack open, and the rock itself begins to just grow appendages and spider-like limbs, and the boulder itself just raises up. As you see the appendages of this spider, this boulder is the spider as it moves itself up with the creature on top, and you begin to see small little mechanical, almost like praying mantis, just begin to and just almost awaken in just dotted around areas just around the big bad. Now, top of the round, we have Error 404 and then Redaxus on deck. Error, what would you like to do?
So, using my reaction for the readied action, Wall of Light is going to be cast along this entire wall. Sorry, that's meant to be a straight line. So, I'll use that a bit more across there. And then that is going, so, and then apps, of course, my invisibility is going to drop. A blinding ball of light across the entire chasm, about 10 foot high, is going to streak across it all. 120 foot either side is going to be bright light, and another 120 foot after that is then dim light.
Okay.
From the amount that comes out. Any creature inside of it must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Does that include me?
You're not inside of it.
Ah, thank God.
Okay, so the first one, was it a con save?
Yeah.
That is a non-natural 20 for the first one.
What's that total?
Non-natural 20.
In which case it fails.
Nice. And the second one,
The DC was 21.
no, I don't think the second one's going to be any better. No, the second one's
How
worse.
did you?
Second one's a
how'd you get
9.
the DC?
That is my staff, so yeah, both fails. That's what upped my DC on it. So they are going to take 4d8. 4d8 radiant damage
Nice.
each, and
Okay.
be blinded.
And remember, Redaxus, you're on deck, and then Finn, you're after Redaxus.
So that is 14 damage each.
Nice.
Which ones are blinded? Sorry.
I best draw that.
The big one, the biggie.
Yeah.
And the 2. Actually, wait, you say 100 feet out.
120 foot out is bright light.
Okay, and oh no,
But
the
those
creatures
2
inside. Okay.
Oh yeah, those creatures inside because they failed, so they're
Yeah.
blinded.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So if I do this, is that right? Yeah.
And it can
no,
make
no.
it.
It's just the
Just the one in
the big creatures in the middle. Yeah.
Not a problem.
At the end of its turn, they can make another Constitution saving throw to end the blindness.
Okay.
And if any creature that ends the turn in the walls area takes 4d8 damage as well.
Nice. Okay.
Then, using my action, I am going to cast Eldritch Blast 3 times at. We'll go for the stony thing that has grown the appendages.
Yes. Go ahead.
And from that, so we have 23, 24, and 20.
They all hit. Roll for damage.
Nice. That is 9 plus 11, that's 20 plus the 15, so 35 force damage.
Nice.
Bonus action, the illusionary braces is going to double that cantrip, so another 3 shots is going to fire at
Fuck
that
me.
guy.
Okay.
And that is
We thought about
25,
this character.
20, and 21.
They all hit. Roll for damage.
That is beautiful. So that is another 15, 16.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
24, 28 damage.
28 damage. Nice. Okay.
I said the DM was going to regret.
The DM doesn't regret it so far.
So far.
Are you a rogue?
Yeah.
That was the first turn.
All right.
As that is my turn for that.
Awesome. Awesome. Great turn. Redaxus, you're up with Finn on deck. Redaxus, what do you want to do?
I'll use my bonus action to clip my boots on.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got double my movement, and I will just wait my turn out, just to see what happens.
Okay. Because you're still invisible, aren't you?
Yeah. Because as soon as I attack, the invisibility goes
Yeah.
into it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just
Awesome.
waiting for the op. Can I wait for? Does it have to be a specific enemy or just like
You can prepare to make a certain attack when an enemy comes in range, if that's what you want. Something like that.
Can I make like just prep for if an enemy gets in range of another within 5 feet of a
Yeah. Have another ally.
ollie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And when that happens, I'll just take my turn.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Usually it's just down to like you just prepare one single action, like an attack or a spell. So yeah, just keep that in mind for preparing. But
Yeah. I'll just use
Yeah.
my dagger and.
But as you just like take a deep gargling plasmoid breath, and you just like get low and you stay there, just waiting to see what happens, waiting for the right opportunity. Finn, you are up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to look up towards Arrow, whistle him, then point at me back, and as a bonus action, I'm going to grow my dragon wings.
Okay.
You do realise you can use telepathy, though.
Oh yeah, the whistle's cool.
Yeah. So your dragon wings just sprout out from your back.
Yeah, and I'd like to aim for another stalagmite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's
There's multiple around, yeah, very easily as you leap up and you're able to fly up to one.
Cool. Yeah, I'll probably aim to like a bit of a flanking manoeuvre, so if I can get to sort of there.
Oh yeah, easily.
So basically, you flew
Yeah.
on the owl, but you could fly
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Love it.
Alright, so that was your bonus and movement, or some of your movement. Is what do you want to do for your action?
I've got my stone in my sling, so I may as well. I'm gonna aim for the closest sort of small thing.
Mm-hmm. Also, there is a tool on Roll20. If you look on the tools on the left-hand side, if you hover over the ruler. Actually, no, it's not the ruler. Wait, which is the one?
I mean, it's the fourth one to snap to corner or snap to center, so you can say they're that far away.
Yeah, so you can check distances between squares and stuff.
Oh, so you just go and snap to center.
Yeah, you just click that ruler icon, and then you can have a look at distances just before you take your turn, just to plan it.
Okie dokes.
But
yeah, amazing.
So you want to take a slingshot towards the closest of the small guys.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say the closest is this one. Over the front.
Okay. Yeah. I'll chuck my rock to him.
Okay. Roll an attack for me.
$13.
13 just hits. So roll for damage for me for that one.
Well, I'm not sure what damage the sling uses. Am I able to find that on there?
It should say, if you look at your items, if you're using like your sling, it should just say what kind of damage it deals, just on the little on the listing when you look through.
It does 1d4 plus 2.
Okay.
4 total.
4 total damage. Nice.
Bludgeoning.
So you see one of these horrors just as you let it fly, you just hear a slight as like some of the like the shoulder joint is just knocked out of this small like metallic praying mantis, and as it just like looks back to you and you look at its arms as they come up and you see 2 saw blades and they just begin to like start spinning. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Finn, or is that it?
I'm gonna shout to the. Well, I guess use telepathy at this point and say, "Oh shit."
Okay.
Ain't that the truth?
And it is now the Lich's turn on the back of the spider. So.
Oh yes.
Okay. Let me just look on the map because I want to see.
You can't see me.
No. You can't see me. Let's have a look.
I've got 4 fingers up.
Oh.
You can't see me.
You know what? Just because Finn had hit one of the smaller guys, Finn, can you please make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Ooh. Me or
yes?
Yeah.
As you begin to hear in your head, you hear. Just begin to fill your mind.
Well, I've rolled a 3.
Okay, so
Is it plus anything? And you saving
well, it should be a wisdom save, or is it?
You know, on the left-hand side, top left-hand side, you'll see the saving throws.
Yeah, you'll see it says saves.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Okay.
It's not going out
so, just saves me rolling it. You take 25 psychic damage, and you are stunned until the end of the Lich's next turn. As all this fall in your mind, as you're holding onto the stalactite, and you hear those whispers, and you try and push through until you just find yourself in this trance, and Aaron, you look to the side across the way, and you see Finn just looking, and you let go of the stalactite, and you fall, say about 20 feet, slam right on the ground. So the 25 psychic, and then you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage for the fall. But you are currently prone and stunned.
Oh, just adding effects, are we, DM?
Well, I mean, if you're falling,
Can
that's
I,
you prone.
Can I react? Can I take a reaction to that, or can I only react on my turns?
Well, reactions are for any point in the round as long as you have a reaction up or a bonus reaction available. What reaction would you like to use?
Just 2 seconds, I think. I can't bloody find. Didn't know there's so much stuff on here. No, it's okay. It's actions in combat.
Okay.
So I
Alright.
can't do it.
So all of you see Finn just weakly fall down to the ground and is just breathing, but just laying there. That's going to be the Lich's turn. It is now Aaron. You are up. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just gonna. Oh God! How do I point to stuff on the map so you guys can see?
If
On
you-
the very first one, select the move, put that, and then you can literally just hold the mouse down and it'll ping.
I'm gonna attack this guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna fire an arrow, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my gathering swarm
Okay.
to follow in that arrow with the birds.
Okay. Awesome. So roll an attack for me, please.
How high are these up?
They're only up about 10 feet or so. Not really huge mounds or anything.
No problem.
So it's just a D20 and then the
Add whatever it
so
says to add. If it'll say like +7, +8 for
Yeah,
the little section to hit.
okay, 19 plus 8.
Oh yeah, definitely hits. Roll for damage.
1d6 plus 3. So that's 5 damage.
Okay. You. And you said your swarm is heading as well.
Yeah. So the attack's target takes 1d8 piercing damage from the swarm. So shall I roll that as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
3.
Nice. And it's swarm of birds. These there.
Yeah, spectral birds.
Okay. As you see, Aaron just like loose an arrow from his longbow, and as it coasts, you all begin to see these flutters of arcane birds just flying around like and circling the arrow as it goes on the trajectory, and it slams into the small clockwork horror, and you just hear that like metal grinding on metal before the swarm of birds just go in, and you begin to see it just be scratched and almost very quickly just like torn apart from the spectral birds that are just raking the entire body completely. And very quickly, as the swarm leaves and comes back to you and dissipates, you see that clockwork horror is just out of commission. Done.
Sweet.
Nice.
So, is there anything else you want to do on your turn? Movement or otherwise?
I shall move to the stalactite above where he fell.
Mm-hmm.
Can I move that distance?
Realised that everyone's pretty much ranged, and I need somebody to get close to them. Like,
Oh,
Well, you've got.
I
you've
just
got
haven't had my
Karen.
turn yet.
Yeah.
Literally. Which I have my ways to get there.
I'll just put him there, but I'm in the same space.
Okay.
above.
Awesome. All right. So with that done, it is now the asteroid spider's turn.
Oh,
So,
Is it not the same creature then?
no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna all see the colossal spider and boulder just begin to move over. And I'll just bring that with us. And it is blinded, so it's disadvantage on attacks, but it's going to go to... you know what, Error? You're invisible or visible?
No, I'm visible.
Okay. It's going to make a...
Is it within 5 feet?
It is now.
Oh. Okay, I'll take my turn then.
Okay, go for it. So, what are you doing?
I'm going to sneak attack it if I can.
Okay, go for it.
Is this
Pretty much
considered
flanking.
the 5 foot? So
Let's have a look, sorry.
that would be within range of me.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Awesome.
Does he
When he
count
does,
flanking with that?
Yes, he would. Yeah, so advantage. Although, yeah, you have advantage.
once they hit, I'm going to use my reaction as Sentinel.
Okay.
So I'll roll to hit. 17. Come on, I'll probably hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
17 plus stuff?
If it actually.
You might as well roll good because you get the natural 20.
Oh, 17 plus 10. Oh, yeah, might as well, yeah. No.
Okay.
That's
Alright,
fine.
yeah, definitely it's roll for damage.
And I'm using the weapon of certain death thing
Yep.
on the spider.
Okay.
8d6, is it?
I don't know if you want to rather do it on on D&D Beyond. Just make it quicker if it's like 8d6.
That's alright, I'll only take it now.
Alright, go for it.
3, 6, 5,
14,
6.
20.
20.
How many have I done? 4.
4, yeah. You're meant to be counting.
6,
26.
5,
31.
That's 6.
2.
33.
Is it one more?
Yep.
6.
39.
Nice. Okay.
That's 30 off.
39. Okay. Awesome. As you hurl your psionic blade, and it pierces just in the back of this colossal asteroid spider, and you hear it just roar out as you stab it. At that point, it is. I'll say what I was going to do anyway. It's going to make a. It's just going to go for a bite attack against you, Error.
Okay.
And it's blinded, so it's going to make disadvantage. Fucking okay. I rolled a 3 and then I rolled a natural 1, so no, doesn't hit. You see its large maw just begin to open like the spider-like maw with like almost asteroid-like rocky tendrils just fold out of its mouth before it and slams its face down towards you, just shy of your feet, and all of you feel the cavern shake around you as it pulls back up. But that's his turn for now. Kaelin, you are up.
Yep.
With with them on deck. Okay, so Kaelin, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm just seeing with Sentinel. Does it have to hit them for it to go off, or
Yes, I believe so.
then no worries. At least I keep my reaction. I'm now that it's nice and close. I am going to fucking hit this bastard.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to just swing it one leg, and then another leg, and then another leg.
Okay, go for it. Roll for attacks for me.
Yeah, will do. Action. With my blue axe, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is 25.
That hits.
Math's bad. 31.
Well, is that damage or is that to hit?
No, to hit. So that was the second one.
Yeah, that hits.
And this one is 23.
Fucking
was
that
that
hits as well.
Cool. Okay. I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a construct or undead?
Nope.
Amazing. It gains an extra d6 as well.
Okay, so roll the damage then.
Okay, so this is from the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
9 plus 9, so 18
yeah.
with a d6. 1.
Okay, 19.
That was the first one. Second attack.
Mhm.
6 plus 9.
15.
15. Plus 6. 6.
Nice, 21.
And the third one, sorry. 10 plus 9, 19.
Yeah.
With the d6 of 1.
Nice, 20. Fucking A.
Yo.
Holy shit, just chunking. Okay. So
And yeah, go on, carry
yeah,
on.
you all see Kaelin just as this huge asteroid spider is just hovering over and looming over just a colossal entity. You see the Tordal just whip the axe out and begin to and just launching it.
The fastest we've seen him move.
The fastest you've seen him move was in these swings of the blood axe, and you see large chunks of stony flesh off of some of the arms or some of the legs of the spider, and you do see like its body kind of just like shift forward slightly, almost weakly. So it's looking like that really hurt.
Lovely. When you say the attack action on your turn, any attack you make with that action. Okay, no, that's fine. I'm going to use my echo to move closer to. Who's this person? Sorry.
Ever.
That's me.
Amazing. My echo is going to move between you and me. But still within the 5 foot of it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave it there.
Okay, awesome.
That's sensitive.
At this point, you notice that the smaller creatures, you just hear, you hear like constant clicking, and they begin to scuttle down to all of you. And you notice, Aaron, you notice at this point one of the clockwork horrors just begins to scale the wall and right up to you on that stalactite as it just goes onto the wall sideways, just crawling straight towards you. Aaron, it's the creature's going to make a multi-attack on you. It's going to do 1 bite and then 2 rotating saw attacks. So the bite itself first. It's 9 plus stuff. 13 against Dracy. I don't think that hits.
16.
No, okay, all right. So it crawls up to you, and you hear that like whirring inside it before it just like lunges towards you. You just narrowly dodge out while still holding onto the stalactite, and then you see it puts its like praying mantis arms up, and these saw blades just it just begins spinning, and they just launch towards you. Okay, 18 to hit.
Okay.
For the rotating saw for the first one, and then 13 for the second. So the first rotating saw hits, and that is Two. It's 4 slashing damage on that one rotating saw as it just clips you.
I'm gonna go. I can take a reaction now. It says when I take damage, I can use my reaction to give myself resistance to that damage and vanish into my swarm and teleport to an unoccupied space.
Yeah,
within
go ahead.
30 feet.
Go ahead.
Do I have to roll for that?
No, it's a reaction.
Sweet. Then I will just do that.
Okay, as the saw blade hits, you feel that swarm just of birds encompass your body and blocks a little bit of the saw. So you only take 2 slashing damage. As the swarm just disappears, and so do you. Where are you reappearing?
So I'll take 2 damage, and I can reappear within 30 feet of unoccupied. So, I guess I'll go like here.
Awesome, yeah.
Can I stay on the roof though, like on the stalactites?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean you teleport to any unoccupied space that you can stay on.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's
So you
enough.
up onto the stalactite. That's awesome. The Clockwork Horror on Redaxis is going to make. Hello. Is going to make a 2 rotating saw attacks against you.
Yeah.
So the first one, no, is a 6 to hit, and the second one. Okay, second one is a 22 to hit.
No.
No. Oh, fuck me.
It is.
Okay. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, well that's 3 slashing damage onto you. And the last one is going to go on to you, Kaelin, for 2 rotating sword attacks as you hear that coming towards you. The first one is a non-natural 20.
It does hit.
And the second one is another non-natural 20.
It does also hit.
So the first one, 3 slashing damage, and the second one, another 3 slashing damage, so 6 in total. That is their turns done. Let's have a look. So top of the round again, Error, you are up with Redaxis, then Finn on deck. So Error, what would you like to do?
Alright. I'm just going to see what size this happens. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh god, this goes big. What's that? 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Out of interest, Ian, while he does this, when I do sneak attack damage, like how does it work now that I'm seeing?
You still get advantage if the creature is unaware you're there, or when they're in melee 5 feet with an ally.
Yeah.
Or if you can knock them prone, and then basically anytime you get advantage on once per round, then you have the ability to get sneak attack.
Or you could use your action to hide.
Or bonus action with Rogue.
Bonus action, fuck it.
Sorry, Error.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's the size. It's massive.
Okay.
So, filling this entire space, the wall of light is going to drop as Error is going to slam down the staff and quickly turn to, "Oh, great old one, lend me your darkness," and the tendril is going to lash out into the center of the room, but then expand out. And all of a sudden, you're just going to hear shrieks and glimmering of madness extend. As it comes, it even is going to reach to the ceiling, and you'll see sort of the darkness is trying to even creep around the corners. It's going to go down and up everywhere. That is magical darkness as well. You cannot see in or out, even if you have dark vision.
Does that include us as well?
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I can't do anything.
I have
We
cast
only see this one.
8th level maddening darkness
Okay.
on there. You don't have to do anything. It's until a creature starts its turn inside that that it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Great.
I
I'll make one now then.
Ardon. I will then back out of this because that was my action. Sorry, I just wanted to find if I had. No, I don't have it active, so that's fine. That is going to be my turn, so I'm just going to run back up here.
Okay, yeah, as you slam your staff down, and all of you see the collective of darkness and tendrils just fell out the near entire cavern. Yeah, unable to see through it, in it, or out of it. Except for Aaron and Kaelin.
Yeah.
And Era. Finn, you're just on the cusp. And Relaxes, you are in. So, up next is... If I can get the right tab. It is Redaxis with Finn on deck. So, Redaxis, what would you like to do?
Do I have to make a wisdom save?
You do.
Yeah.
Yes. 18 plus 6, 24.
You save, so you take half as much damage. You're gonna love this.
No. Does
Yeah,
that still mean? Does that mean I can't see?
Yes. Unless you have magical darkness.
Don't you have blind sight anyway?
Oh yeah, blind sight. You'll be able to see with that. It doesn't stop blind sight.
It's not the proper blind sight. Oh, actually. But yeah, carry on. Do the damage.
39 halved, so that's what, 18?
Yeah.
18 points of psychic damage towards
Thank you.
Alright, so Redaxis, you're still up.
Oh.
You.
I'll best also add any non-magical light as well as light created by spells of 8th level or lower cannot illuminate that area.
I use Wish to do the light.
Yeah. So Redaxis, you're up.
Can't find the blind sight on here. It will not even.
As a general question, DM, does that mean that there is no light in there at all because there is no 9th level light spell currently vacant? No.
Yeah.
Awesome. No worries.
The only lights any of you do see now, for anyone outside of this, these very faint blue cyan light from the mushrooms and the Fordite.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, it's not blind sight. It's blind sense.
Okay. So you get a sense of invisible creature.
If I'm able to hear a creature within 10 feet, if it's hidden or invisible, I can attack them.
Awesome. Yeah.
I know
Go for it then.
I know the location.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
Does that mean because everything's gone to dark, I get advantage?
You get.
Not advantage, but I'm able to sneak attack maybe.
Over them.
It'll be disadvantage attack, but you will get sneak attack because they're unaware of you.
Yeah, cool.
So if anything is how to, you should be saying thank you, Aaron.
Okay, the lowest one was 12. 12 plus 10.
Who are you attacking?
22. I'm still just going to do the spider creature thing.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I'll do the 86, for God's sake. 3. 6.
9.
5.
14.
4. Grace, I'm going down in numbers.
18.
I'm not even bullshitting. 3.
21.
1.
22. 2 more.
3.
25.
And 4.
29.
Nice.
So let's see.
As-
29.
Redaxis, you don't see anything, and none of you see anything, but you just hear this of the colossal spider just screaming out in pain. But Redaxis, that was your action for attackers. What else do you want to do, if anything?
So movement's going to be a little bit difficult because I can't see anything. Is movement restricted in this darkness or not?
No.
No. In that case, do I remember what direction the walls are sort of in? Like,
I'd say
like-
so. Yeah.
Okay, I will use that teleportation thing. Oh, how far away is it? How'd you do the rule? Rule it. There we go. Oh yes. Yeah, I'll chuck my dagger out towards the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 60 feet, and then I'm just going teleport using my psionic thing just outside.
Yeah,
the...
you. And you appear just
Oh,
outside.
out of interest, do I take an attack thing?
No, because it's a teleport. It's not movement
Okay.
out.
Ah, good point. And that'll be it.
Okay. Finn, just as you hear the screaming and the shaking, you are slightly roused from your condition, and you find your eyes widen as just next to you is this wall from floor to ceiling of complete pitch black.
Oof.
And you hear this screaming, and you see this little scuttering of the metallic, like, praying mantises, the clockwork horror on the wall looking down at you. And just, like, getting closer and closer. What would you like to do?
Oh, first I'll be sort of rubbing my eyes and wondering why the hell I can't see him though. Do I get an action? Because I'm stunned until the end of his next turn.
Yeah,
aren't I?
yeah. I was going to stick to that, but just for time and wanting to get everyone doing stuff, then
Sound.
ignore the stuff for now.
Sound.
Boss,
I think what I'll do then is, I guess, I'm going to dash back away from the scuttling sound.
Yep.
So hopefully, wait a minute.
Just
Sort of back.
yeah, make sure you click on the mouse at the top of your tools, and then
Yes.
then you're able to move.
So yeah, probably just a jump back really,
Okay.
but to kind of just there.
It's going to take a attack of opportunity, but it's at disadvantage because it's in the darkness. Disadvantage, that is 9 to hit.
Fail.
Okay. So you just hear that of the saw blade just nearly catch you and just hit rock as you dash back away, and you are up.
Amazing. Can I see?
You can see. You are just on the cusp. Basically, imagine like just being like a few
Just a
feet.
wall of blackness.
Yeah, of the wall of nothingness, of blackness.
Yeah.
You do see a couple of the appendages of the spider sticking out of the blackness, just especially next to Kaelin.
Can I see Kaelin?
Yes, you can.
Okie dokes. I think I'm going to look over to Kaelin and I'm going to cast Enlarge.
Oh, it feels
Nice.
weird to be on the other side of this.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I'm going to cast Enlarge.
Amazing.
that's awesome. As
That's
you all see the hardy, turtle form of Kaelin begin to magically grow.
Fucking hell. I still don't know what the fucking is.
No, neither do I. It was the best humanoid thing I could find that wasn't just an actual turtle.
Okay. We thought it was a card.
But yeah, so Finn, you cast Enlarge and you just watch his turtle form grow and grow and grow. Is there anything else you want to do for a bonus action or any last bit of movement?
I will I'm gonna move towards Kaelin actually.
Okay.
Like, so I'll sort of be running towards him, cast it using my staff, and then kind of sit kind of behind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just make him just a little bit bigger. There you go. Okay, awesome. So you find your human shield now enlarged, and you sprint to protection as you as you hurl yourself over. All right. Just at that point, it is the Lich's turn.
I will roll damage for it.
Yes. Oh yeah, he needs to make a save, doesn't he?
Yeah, it takes half damage either way.
Okay.
You need to make
Fuck
another.
off.
What's it save to see if it's blind? Generally.
Is it a wisdom save for you?
Wisdom.
Okay, that is it's fucking 12 to save.
That fails.
I fucking hate rolling low on the big bad, but yeah, so that fails.
31, 32, 36 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
Wow.
At that point, Arrow, you hear it more so. You don't hear any human scream, but you see the appendages of the spider kind of reel in slightly for a moment. And again, another just scream in pain, just as it affects the Lich. But yeah, so 30. What was that damage? 30.
36.
36. Okay. All right. The spider, the appendages you can see look really hurt right now. Let's see. Oh. Fuck.
I think Redaxis is muted.
Oh, he always mutes accidentally, or this thing just mutes.
To be fair, I'm just jabbering on. To be fair,
It's while he's throwing shit at the wall.
Yeah, yeah, just losing the plot. Okay, well the Lich, he can't see anything, can't see anyone. He can't even fucking do anything. Okay, alright, fuck it, whatever. Don't care, don't like you guys. Aaron, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm gonna move.
can't he make an attack at all? Like, and just out with disadvantage? Or?
No.
I'm gonna use my movement. I'm gonna move up here
Mm-hmm.
and stay in the rafters.
Yep.
So that I can get line of two. Well, can I see that one on the top? Just
You can
visible?
barely peeking out, yeah. Just barely.
Okay. So I made a mistake before. I've actually got multi-attack, so I can attack twice.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Can I
I
add your attack this time?
can add my proficiency on my longbow as well. So I'm going to shoot. I'm going to do the same thing again,
Yeah.
essentially.
Cool.
But
you
this time
roll those
twice.
two.
On,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds awesome. Roll those two attacks for me.
Okay, so first one's a nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah, +8 +5, so
That's-
it's a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Well, natural 20, your damage die rolls are doubled.
Okay.
So
Shall I roll?
when you roll the damage die, whatever number it is, double that before you add modifiers on.
Okay. Shall I roll my second attack straight away, or do the damage first?
Well, roll your damage first because these things are a bit weaker, so I don't want you to
Okay.
waste a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1d8 +5. So that's 7 +5 is 12. Double 24.
Nice.
And
Is that what are you doubling? Are you just doubling the dice value before add on?
Oh, okay.
19.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'd be the 7, won't it? That gets
Double
doubled.
the 7, 14 then.
Okay.
And then
Plus
+5.
+5. Yeah,
Alright, yeah.
So 19.
You
So juicy.
just as you just ping that first arrow, you instantly see that metallic praying mantis like poke its face out before and just like slammed into its face, and you just hear that as that clockwork horror is destroyed.
Is it me or did I just hear?
Yeah. Fuck off. So Aaron, you've got one more shot for your attack.
I'll do the second one. The second one I'm also going to add on thing.
For the swarm.
Spectral birds.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Who are you, what are you going for?
That other praying mantis that's visible.
This one? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it.
That one. Oh, that's a 6. Not quite as good. Plus 12. So that's
6 plus 12, not too great.
Yeah,
18.
that's alright.
Yeah,
18.
it does hit. Roll for
I
damage.
wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
I wanted over 30.
oh yeah, and my proficiency, so
Yeah.
even more. Okay, the damage 6 doubled 12. Plus.
Remember for this
5.
shot, because it's not a natural 20, you're not doubling the dice value.
Oh, okay.
This one.
Yeah, so
But it was 6.
Okay. 6 plus 5.
Fucking A. Yeah.
And then I'll also
And
do
then the swarm.
my swarm. I think. What was that? Sorry, just there. Is it a D6?
I think you said it was a D6 for the piercings.
Was it plus anything? Sorry, guys.
No, don't worry
It's
about it.
alright.
I can't even find this thing.
That's alright.
There we go. 1d8 piercing damage.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that is a 5.
Okay. Your second
Plus
shot
12.
as you turn from one end to the other and down and let it go. The arrow pierces straight down into the praying mantis's or the clockwork horror's form, straight in the center of his body. And you just hear it. And just at that point, the swarm of birds just flow in and begin to just tear it to shreds, leaving just parts of its form behind, and the rest just scattered across the ground,
Nice.
dead and gone.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay, awesome. It is the spider's turn. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Kaelin, you are the biggest, so it's going
No
to go for
problem.
you for a full multi-attack.
Can it see?
Can it see?
Oh wait, actually, that's a good. That's a
Can
good.
it make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, wisdom, thank you.
I rolled lower on the damage for
Well,
this one.
it rolled fairly high on the die. Wisdom save?
Yeah,
Oh shit, 21.
that just saves.
What
So-
for the spider?
For starting in the
26
darkness.
Halved is
13.
13.
Okay, nice.
Psychic.
Not, or for the appendages you can see of the spider, it is moving a lot more slowly, a lot more sluggishly, and a lot weaker than it started right now. But it is going to make a multi-attacking issue, Kaelin. It's
Yep.
going to make 2 web strand attacks, real, and make 2 bite attacks.
Yeah.
So web strand first. Okay, first one's literally a 30 to hit.
Okay. It will hit.
So that can you? Let's have a look. You take straight away 10 points of bludgeoning damage as like this small like strand of web just latches out and around one arm.
Yeah.
Second web strand, natural 20.
That does hit.
So that is 8, 16, 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
And you feel your body, as both web strands are on your arms, it's going to use its real effect as your form just begins to be pulled into the darkness. So you'd be just on the cusp of the darkness.
No worries.
But you get about like pretty much near on top of it.
So I'll just,
As you're pulled about there or so, yeah.
Yep.
And it is going to use 2 bite attacks to finish its full multi-attack.
No problem.
So the first, fairly low, 21 to hit.
It will hit me.
Okay, and the second one is a 23 to hit.
Both hit me.
Okay. All right. So the damage in total for the 2 bites is 42 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll this for the acid damage.
Okay.
So the first set of acid is 13.
Okay.
And the second load of acid is 14 points of acid damage.
27.
That is,
Okay.
it is going to move. And it's going to move over here. Or try to. And yeah, you come with it as you are reeled to it. But all of you, the cavern shakes just with each step of this large asteroid spider. But that is its turn. Let's see. Kaelin, you are up now. What would you like to do?
Sounds so. We're gonna make some sexy fucking purchases. So you're gonna, even though I'm got my arms stuck aside, you'll see my arms moving, trying to break away. I'm not going to break away. Me and the Echo are gonna switch places. So
Okay.
it's going to be the one that's getting held,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be now on this side, and my Echo is
Okay.
going to be.
Yeah, just as it just like turns into that grayscale shape
Yeah.
and shadowy form of Kaelin in the spider webs.
I'm going to now start running at the spider
Mhm.
at full pout. Even I know I will be able to get there. As my let me just what's this? Fuck's sake! I've literally just seen it and then gone. Okay, sound. No, take the line.
It's tough when they're all new characters. That's the one
Yeah.
one tough thing to get used to. So much new shit.
So. Okay, no, it's got to die first. Okay, no worries. I'm still going to run at it,
Yeah.
and I'm going to jump and try to keep slashing at its arms where it's trying to grab my now.
Okay.
So,
All right, go for it.
and it's going to attack it
Yes.
the 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one with a plus 14 is a 30,
Of course it is.
natural 20,
Fucking A.
34, and 27.
Yeah, they all hit. They all fucking hit.
Okay. Let me just get the what's it up as well. I'm going to unleash my incarnation of my Echo's Fury.
Hmm.
It'll start going. It's going to try to attack it with
Okay.
me taking my attack action.
Yeah.
It'll be using the same stuff that I've got anyway, so
Okay.
this is just for the. In fact, I'll do mine first, then I'll do the Echoes
Okay.
last.
Sounds good, dude.
The echo's still big as well, so it does an
Yeah.
extra 1d4 damage.
That is.
Yeah, that is
thank
true.
you for that.
Yeah. Fucking A, good show.
Okay, D12. So the first attack, normal,
Mm-hmm.
is a 9 plus 9. 9
18.
plus 9 plus 4. And
Yeah.
the D4, did you say so, mate?
Yeah, extra d4 for the echo.
So 23.
Plus 3.
Yeah, it's 26.
And then the second one, which is the natural 21.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 10 that's now a 20.
Yep.
Plus 9. Plus mid d6. 2, which is now 4. And then a d4 from. Is it just normal d4?
Yeah, normal D4 from the large.
Another 3.
Alright, so the total.
Fuck knows.
Anyone else keeping
I
track?
did a 10 plus,
You
which
did,
is
so you got
doubles.
20.
29.
29, and then
Then from the D6, can't remember what I got.
You got a 2, which turns into a 4.
Yeah,
So 29, 33.
3.
And
And then another 3.
Okay, so 36 damage. Okay.
6 damage. And then the third normal attack.
Yeah.
Trash. 4 plus 9.
Okay. So 13.
Plus the D6. Of a 4. Enlarge
17.
with a plus 4.
21.
And then my Echo's attack.
Okay, well, just before your Echo attacks,
Yeah.
just through the slams and the slashes of your blood axe, you just end up raising it up to the point, just as the spider constantly, you raise up just as its head goes down to bite, and you slam straight into its head. And with your enlarged form just looming now equal to it, you slam down with a heavy thud that just shakes everyone. And as your echoes are about to attack it, you just notice that it is lifeless and dead, leaving the Lich on top. That you just see him, and you see the Lich now stand up on top of the spider, unscathed so far.
Oh,
But the spider is completely dead and gone, leaving the Lich on his own. So, your echoes.
Okay, my Echo will be able to go for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make the... Did I already roll to see if it attacked?
No,
If
not
it
the
hits,
echoes. No, you want to do your
Then
own
I
first.
will do that. Yeah.
Okay.
It rolled an 11 plus 14, so 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. So it's going to be D12, which is a 3 plus the 9
Mm-hmm. 12.
plus the D6 plus 2,
Alright, 14.
and then the enlargement of my Echo, because it takes my what's it? Everything across,
Mm-hmm.
which is another plus 4. Unless you don't want it to, then
Yeah,
I'm happy
yeah,
to.
I love the enlargement. I just love,
Yeah,
I love the
then,
imagery.
Yeah. Then that's a plus 4 to that as well.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So, with that done, you notice that the last small little clockwork horror.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you can't see it because in darkness, but you hear, all of you hear very sly, just as it powers down completely after the spider was killed.
I will, as because I'm nice and close to it,
Mm-hmm.
my Echo is going to just go onto the. Let me just fucking move my second me
Mm-hmm.
to the other side.
Okay.
So I'm flanking myself.
Yeah.
That'll end my turn.
I'll just
Thank
flank
you,
you.
Monster.
You're welcome. Okay, awesome. So, with those clockwork horrors done, top of the round, Error 404. You are up. What would you like to do? You see the spider as it shakes the entire cavern, as it slams dead under Kaelin's feet. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast with my bonus action Hex onto the Lich.
Okay.
So that is concentration, so the entire orb of darkness is going to disappear from the cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall give it disadvantage to Constitution saving throws
Okay.
as part of the curse.
Right.
Then after that, we're going to fire 3 Eldritch Blasts straight at it.
Okay, go for it. Roll those attacks. And then, Redaxus and Finn, you're up next.
That's a 30, a 17, and a 21.
They all hit. The middle one just barely gets it.
Ooh, nice.
So, roll for those 3.
So that's 3d10 plus 3d6 because of the hex. That's 2, 11, 12, 15, 20, 24 plus the 15, so 39 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. You see, just as the Eldritch Blast hits, just into the Lich, you just see the Lich almost double over. They're mine. just as he's doubling over. Is that your turn? Or do
I would
small?
like. I'm gonna go around the edge, and I would like to move to here, following sort of the walls of the cavern there.
Yeah, just next to where Aaron is.
Yes.
Or at least Aaron's still in the rafters on the stalactites, but yeah, you're just below on the ground. Awesome. Okay, so you move over after a hexing and an Eldritch blasting the Lich in the face. Redaxis, you are up with Finn on deck. Redaxis, what would you like to do?
Right. What do we need to do? Get a sneak attack.
What does the rogue want? I want sneak attacks.
Yeah.
That's all I want in life.
Yeah, boy. You
Pretty much. What do I need to do sneak attack?
fuck this shit up. I like
If
how
I-
we got all the map and we choose the entrance.
Yes.
Out your interest, which way is he facing?
He's pretty much like facing towards the echo.
Oh, okay, so if I come in, he's going to
So-
see me, isn't he?
Well, he's facing that way.
Because he's facing outwards.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, goes
okay.
up the stairs.
So if I go up while thingy's near him, do I get sneak attack?
Yeah, because the echo is technically an ally. Well,
Yes.
he's not facing you, and he's in with 5 feet of an ally. So yeah, I'll engage with one.
Definitely.
Go climb up Caitlin's back, slime your way up there,
Yeah.
dive off.
Yeah.
Yeah, just grappling, but my version of grappling
Yeah.
just goes all the way around him.
Yeah.
Like, in case.
Like a cocoon.
Down.
What I will do is I will do sneak attack damage.
Okay, go for it.
12 pounds.
3.
Yeah.
2.
5. Didn't trash that. I mean, I really did that, huh?
5. 6.
16.
5.
21.
5.
26.
2.
28.
And 4.
32.
32.
Nice.
Damage.
Okay, you see as
And
you
I'm using the dagger so he can't regain hit
yeah,
points.
as you stab, you tear just part of his through his back and just rake up with the dagger a little bit, and you just hear the Lich and barely you see his knees begin to buckle. He's barely standing right now.
And I'll just whisper as I'm stabbing and twisting the knife. I'll just be like, I hope you're enjoying this.
As you just tear back. Okay, awesome fucking turn. Finn, you're up. What would you like to do? Unless you actually want to
excuse
do
me.
anything more.
Yeah, I'll use my bonus to disengage.
Okay, or just slime away.
And because I've got super movement, I'll just be like,
Fuck you, Kratos.
Yeah.
I'll just go back here.
Okay, cool, awesome. So as you slide away into the darkness again, Finn, you're up. What would you like to do?
I think I'm going to just kind of whistle. Walk.
He loves the whistle.
make sure I'm behind. Make sure I'm behind Kaelin. And I'm gonna, if there's any mushrooms close by, I'm gonna grab a handful and stuff them in my mouth,
Okay.
whilst also preparing counter spell at spell slot 8.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, of course.
Can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me when you ingest the mushrooms?
Yes.
Shit. I forgot there was consequences.
That's 15.
15. Okay. As you're preparing and you're staring down at this lich and walking across, grabbing some mushrooms, and you feel that power surge through you and hold at your palm of counterspell, and you just stare at him. And you slam down to the ground. Technically, you are incapacitated, but you've passed the fuck out.
Oh dear.
You're
tripping
unconscious. Yeah, massive, tripping, massive. All you see, Finn, in your head is this theatrical scene of the Lich pushing his hand towards yours, you pushing yours towards his, and the two beams of red and blue energy just meeting at the middle and just pushing either way, and you are just this hero in this theatrical sequence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All psychic
And
It's
you
like
are,
Harry Potter and
yeah,
Voldemort.
full on, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
And Finn, you are the
Except
Potter,
shit.
and you are just beating him back, just with everyone watching and you screaming. It's immense.
Best thing.
I bet
Can we
you
hear
like
a
he's
snort?
kind of drooling and saying
Yeah.
Harry Potter words.
Yeah.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
Not
Just on the
killing
ground.
Voldemort.
At this point, it is the Lich's turn. The Lich is going to target Kaelin one more time. Psychic Whispers, can you make a Wisdom saving throw for me, please?
I can.
As his last-ditch effort to do anything.
It is.
Use counters, but oh wait.
Wisdom saving throw. did you
Yes,
say?
please. Yeah.
See if the
Non-natural.
mushrooms affect you in a different way.
Incapacitated. He tries.
Everyone just eat the mushrooms.
What did you roll for?
Non-natural 20.
Nice. Okay, so you succeed. So you take half the damage. So you take 17 points of psychic damage, and you are not stunned.
Is this halves the damage?
Yeah, that's half 17. Yeah.
No problem. No worries.
All right.
Right,
And
please. Thoughts done.
and that is hit. That's all he can do at this point. So Aaron, you are up. What would you like to do? You see Finn collapsed on the ground, drooling, muttering, just gibberish, with some mushrooms still pouring out of his mouth. And your allies all now squaring around the Lich, and he is barely hanging on. He's near enough on one knee.
It's mine. You are mine.
What would you like to do?
So I can use a bonus action, the Riding Tide. It gives people that can't fly flying, but
Okay.
what it does for me is I can hover.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna move and hover above. Well, I'm gonna sort of maybe let's not go right into it. Let's go there.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to shoot my bow and twice, and I'm going to use the swarm on both.
Awesome.
both
Okay.
arrows.
Yeah, go for it. Roll those attacks.
So okay, first one. That is a 19 plus 12
That definitely hits.
plus 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's 1d8. Which is 8. Nice.
Nice. Max roll.
8 plus 5, that's 13. And then I'll do my other d8
Yes.
for the swarm, which is another 8.
Fucking A.
So what was that? 8 plus 5, 13 plus 8, which is 21.
Mm-hmm.
The first one. And the second one.
I will say, just for you firing the second one,
Yeah.
purely because we've reached one of the best points in the game, is I want to ask you, how do you want to do this? So that means he is dead. I want you to describe any kind of final ending, final blow you want to give this guy. It is up to you. Anything. Give us some theatrics.
Okay, I'm going to dive off the rock in a sort of Starscream style backflip off the rock.
Yeah.
Swoop up above the Lich, pull out 3 arrows in between each knuckle, point straight down while I'm in the air, do me crazy bird screech
Yeah,
again.
the majestic, terrifying one.
Fire all 3 of them at once. As soon as they leave me bow, burst into a swarm of birds, spectral birds, and then turn into just a big fucking spiraling downwards tornado of spectral birds following the 3 arrows.
That's awesome.
And,
so
and then burst into a spectral feathers and birds.
All of you see as everyone glides atop, flirts himself off of the stalactites, 3 arrows in one hand, down, and just lets go one single time. All of you below, you look at the Lich, and as he's screaming, you just see 3 arrows and just pierce him and just stand him up into the ground on his knees before you hear that loud eagle-like owling screech as Aaron comes hurling down, and just at that point spectral birds just begin spiraling around into this tornado and goes down to the Lich, and you see just like glimpses of birds and spectral feathers go past, and the Lich, you see his flesh just be more torn every flash of Lich you see before the birds just unfurl and leaving Aaron standing right next to him, just and you see the Lich still pinned on his knees with the arrows, one in each shoulder and one down in his head, pinning him to the ground, but the flesh torn away and the body lifeless, breathless, and done.
Redaxis will instantly go to the water genasi, and I'll check his pulse.
Roll the medicine check for me.
All I'm going to do is I'm going to turn and just say, eat.
I'm going to give you a very approving nod at that. That's Scottish.
15 plus 1.
Okay, you find Finn's pulse and it's racing.
I'll throw a handful of berries.
Cheers.
To Redaxis.
I mean,
I'll just pop it.
I'll just pop it in the water genasi's mouth. I was like, well, he's already stuck something inside, so I guess he wouldn't mind.
And as you gobble up Finn, you very quickly, like the theatric scene ends. You are obviously the victor and the hero.
I did it! Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I'll just be like, yeah, I did, buddy. Well done.
And just at that point, as all of you look around and you take one solid inhale of fresh air one more time, and you look around to all of the Fordite lying around you in purple and blue piles of mushrooms and dust, you all look to make sure, well, one, that Finn is recovering fine and is coming down nice and well, and as Aaron,
I'd microdose if I were you.
yeah. As all of you look to Aaron and look to each other, with the fight complete, the danger wiped out, and you all begin to collect as much Fordite as possible, either for yourself or in the bags or both.
Well, a bit of both.
Definitely both.
Yeah.
Need to make some side money.
You all pocket a bit, fill the bags up, and return to your escape pods. And as you all clamber in to each, you press the door close button as they all, and you begin to feel that shake below you as the escape pod begins to hurl back off into the galaxy. And just as you reach the precipice of the nebula, you look to the windows, or the one singular porthole window, and you look and you see different galaxies swirling around each other in the distance. You see burning hot rocks creating stars of light. You see the Concorde just off in the distance, knowing that is your destination and safety. And just as you continue to float, you feel as you find yourselves being all struck by this meteor storm, as you hear slams, as you feel your pod being thrown around the entire galaxy, and you hear an alarm ringing and blaring in your ears, and just as the ringing pierces you and wakes you up out of this rest, you hear a voice. Catastrophe imminent. Goodbye. as the asteroids continuously hit and hit and hit, and at one point your vision just blacks out. And that is where we will call the one shot and finish this adventure of Ahoy from the Great Void.
Everyone dies.
Potentially. At least Asteroid Storm.
Vague, left vague.
Yeah,
If you don't see him die on screen, it doesn't happen.
exactly.
So basically, saying collecting the mushrooms was pointless. Thank you.
It's part of your job.
I don't know. I think Redaxis is probably the only one who's going to come off okay after that.
Yeah.
You
A
might
little
spend
squashed. A little squashed.
a few million years floating on as a smear on the side of a rock, but you might end up somewhere.
But in that event, though, I want to thank both Finn and Aaron for coming and playing. I hope you've enjoyed it, and it's been a blast for all of us.
Thank you, dude. I really enjoyed that. Round of applause.
Thank you. See, I never get that ever, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're too fucking big-headed, that's why.
But
No, once you get used to.
yeah, once you get used, I'm not that big-headed. Once you get used to me, you just ignore me half the time.
Second best.
Second best DM.
Round of applause.
But to everyone watching, thank you so much for joining us for this. It has been so fucking fun, and it's nice to have something different. But yeah, we want to thank you for sticking around, and hope you've enjoyed it, and all the space pirate happenings. But we will leave it there and come back to next week for the main campaign. So with all that said and done, thank you very much for watching. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you again next time.